8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Oh, no, my hair. I had a little weird hair thing happening. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We're live once again on a Sunday night. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed our new miniature countdown intro. It does feature, everybody's showing the cats in the comment section. Yes, it featured our cat Vallo, our elderly cat Vallo. He's the best. He's going on, what's he, 16 years old this year?
Yeah.
16? Good God Almighty. I've had that cat for 16 years. 16 years.
And I've had him for 10 almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
It'll
you
be
came
10 years next year.
Wow, you've been in Baloo's life.
Over half it.
Yeah, over half. That's crazy. I never put it into perspective like that.
I know.
That's crazy.
He's my little man.
Yeah. Wow. Well, actually, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. Mm-hmm. You were never a big fan of Vallo. You were a fan of Violet. Violet passed away, and then you and Vallo became best friends overnight and kicked me out of the picture. That's what happened.
Well, okay. Was not a fan of how loud Vallo is.
He opened the video with a very big meow.
I know.
Yeah.
He is incredibly loud.
Yeah, he's the best. He's a very good cat. I love him.
He is the best kitty cat.
I love that little guy. So, wow, what can we open with? What can we talk about? So, we have a pin going live this week for MischiefToys.com. Go and join up on our newsletter on MischiefToys.com. Once you go there, sign up. You'll receive all sorts of emails anytime something new is about to come out, drop-related stuff. So go and sign up for that newsletter right now. Check out our Instagram for Mischief Toys at Mischief Toys. And also check out the Instagram for Gastlecast at Gastlecast. Go and join up there if you haven't already. Give us a follow on both Instagrams. So this week we have our new, In Flames Ghastly pin dropping. This is a really great pin. So I want to kind of give a little bit of background because we haven't really talked about it so much, but I feel like we kind of have to explain ourselves in a tiny bit. So because of all the screw-ups that have happened with the Gargoyle Ghastly, last year and everything, we had to put up Possessed. And that meant that our Possessed pin hadn't come in yet, and we didn't want to have to pre-order it. So we decided we would sell the Possessed pin down the line. The same sort of thing happened with the In Flames Ghastly pin. So we're putting it up now. Typically it would go with the figure, but we're putting it up separately. So we hope that you guys pick it up if you already have the figure, and maybe even if you don't have the figure. And by the way, you actually have him propping up your phone right now.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting that you did that. How weird is that? But there he is.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to note is I love this figure.
Yeah.
But during the manufacturing process with these translucent figures, sometimes they get little bubbles. And somebody didn't like their little bubble, so they sent it back. So now it's my phone stand. Yep.
Actually, I love anything that is like not error, but it has like something a little bit different to it. I love that one's great. It has like a couple little bubbles in his head. I really happen to dig that.
Yeah.
So when we have people reach out and they're like, "Hey, can I get a different one in return?" I always keep the one they send back as a part of my own collection. Yeah. So now that one's in my well, now he's a phone stand.
Yeah.
But he is a part of my collection.
Well, I heard a rumor that somebody said that we put them back out for people to buy, and that's not true.
What do you mean by that?
Someone was speculating that any return that we get, we just pack it in a box, and like that's where our holiday drops and stuff came from. Is that not the craziest shit you've ever heard?
Oh, interesting. No, that isn't what happens at all. So what ends up happening is we end up keeping like a small amount of figures off to the side in case we would have to do like
This is the prime example.
Yep.
We had to do an exchange.
We had to do an exchange. So we do that as an example specifically for that whole. That's why we keep them off to the side for that purpose. Well, Dead Paul, thank you, Jesus. Look, he left us a super chat. Welcome to 2024.
Holy
huge things
cow.
coming. Huge things coming for Mischief Toys this year. P.S. I love you more. No, I love you more.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, dude. You're awesome. Appreciate it. By the way, look at my new hoodie. I got my new Tattooed Ghastly hoodie. Our Tattooed Ghastly shirt was the biggest pre-order we had ever had for shirts, correct?
Yes, and the craziest part about it is that all of our other shirts so far, all of our pre-order shirts for figures have been available to like everybody.
Yeah.
These were just available to Coven people, and they bought more than we've ever sold of any merch.
Yeah.
Although, we do have something coming. Actually, I shouldn't say it.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We have another Coven design.
Okay.
What a way to announce it. We have another Coven design dropping tomorrow. And it's really fucking cool.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite Coven of Mischief shirt design we have ever done. So be on the lookout for that. Also, you said the pin is tomorrow, right? Is that 2 p.m. Eastern? Am I correct by saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's the new In Flames Ghastly pin, 2 p.m. Eastern. So be on the website. So this upcoming weekend on the 13th of January, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have our next Patreon call. By the way, we are going to get to the topic of this live, which is the cover photo. It's about mystery boxes. I want to talk about it a little bit. On our next Patreon call next Saturday, we will be showing the Hot Topic exclusive Ghastly for the very first time. You're probably asking, why now? Well, we just shipped off our Hot Topic Ghastlies to Hot Topic, and most likely they'll be sold by the end of this month. Nothing is set in stone just yet, but we wanted to show all of our patrons to sort of get a little bit of hype going in our little group there. I'm excited to show it. It is Heather's baby, as I've said from the very start with this figure. In addition to that, this figure is a brand new mold. I think we're going to knock your socks off when you see it. And I think we may, I was hoping, I'm going to say this out loud, and if Heather disagrees, and she disagrees, hold on, I'm going to say it.
No, don't say it.
All right, never mind. Heather put the kibosh to it, so we can't do it. I'm glad I didn't say it out loud. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or upset anybody. But we will be showing it this Saturday. It's going to be a monumentous occasion. I think that if you're a patron, you're going to want to be there at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, one side note to our Patreon calls. 8 p.m. Eastern on the Patreon call night, you can join the Patreon. The Zoom call. So I'm going to give you the link on Patreon along with a password. You'll log in. You'll be able to hang out between 8 and 9 p.m. And that'll allow you to hang out with like all the other patrons, sort of have like a happy hour, or I would say happy hour, but you say
Cocktail hour.
Cocktail hour. So you guys will be able to chill, hang out, BS a little bit, and then we'll come on at 9 o'clock ready to go with all the giveaway items. And by the way, this time we are inundated with giveaway items. And the main reason is because I was finally, over the Christmas holiday, I was able to go through a bunch of our stuff. And I found all these different things, like over the course of time I've collected, or things that were like lined up for other months that we were going to give away. And I never gave any of it away. So I have a ton of stuff to give away. It's from Funko Pops to other collectibles, just a lot of really cool things. So just make sure, if you're a patron, to show up during the call. So here's the thing about Patreon, and I want to be pretty clear about this, and I think we should be clear on patreon.com as well, just so everybody understands. We do a giveaway on Patreon during the call. And during that call, we have in-call only giveaways. So that means that like maybe half of them, we want to see that the people who are in the call are actually receiving the items and kind of see the excitement and kind of get people all fired up and all that. Not half, but a good amount. But, you know, we're trying to encourage you to come and join the Zoom call because realistically you're paying for it. That is probably the biggest perk that we offer, that you're involved in giveaways. You know, if you're a level 3 and 4, we do have a level 4 giveaway this particular month, which is a higher end item than we usually do. Just so many cool things. So make sure you come and join the call and be a part of the fun. I think it's well worth your money, right? You're paying for it. You get to see your name on all of our videos. That's cool and all. But the biggest thing is being a part of the Zoom call and just being a part of the conversation. One thing I do want to mention about the Patreon calls on Zoom, we found that we want to start scheduling how they work out. So not necessarily being super conservative about it, but at least sort of having timelines on what we're doing. Because if we don't, they go on forever. We have ended lives like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that is no joke.
We cannot.
So we have to shorten it. And the reason why we have to shorten it, we want to make it well worth all of your money and you guys have fun, enjoy yourself. But we also have to make it reasonable for us as people to be able to wake up the next day and operate. There have been days where we're waking up at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we have work the next day. And it just totally knocks everything off. So hopefully all of our patrons understand that. We just want to have fun. We want to make sure that it's within that amount of time that we're getting everything done, giving you the information, doing the giveaways, answering questions, hanging out, shooting the shit. We want to do all of that within that time. And I would say that my real hope is that we can end these calls between 12 and 1 a.m. That's my want and need, and that's kind of what we're sticking by. If that means that we have to push the button to end the call, okay? So more information during that call. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that schedule will look like. Heather and I will work on that this week. But please come and join and hang out. John Page, come and hang out, man. I know you're a part of it. I want you to be there. Come on. Come and hang out with us. Find some time. That's the thing is we've been doing it from the beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern, every single call. And there are some people who just cannot make it because of jobs or whatever the case may be. But we want to get as many people in there as we possibly can, but also make it where it makes sense for us because making content and doing the Mischief Toys thing, it's just day jobs, having a child, it's just a lot. So we're trying to do our best, give you the best with what we have, right? So there you go. All right, let's jump into our topic because we can get back to all the other things. I want to talk a little bit about our build going on outside, literally right next to us. I want to talk about that for Mischief Toys. I want to get everybody super amped up. I got some really cool ideas for that. I've been thinking about it all week.
For what?
We're going to get to that, our build outside, once it's complete. So we're going to talk a little bit about that here in a moment as well. So mystery boxes. You know, when we make mystery box videos, Heather and I, we oftentimes get a lot of feedback from people, good and bad. But most of the bad feedback is where people are stating that mystery boxes are a scam.
I hate when
so
people use the word scam where it does not fucking belong.
Right, nor do I.
Shut up already.
So over the course of time, I've mentioned on many occasions that as a YouTube channel, I never really believed in us doing a mystery box. That isn't what we do as the Gastlecast. And I have kind of poo-pooed on other like content creators doing the same thing. But I'm sort of going to draw back from that a little bit. Because I think that was incorrect for me to do. I think that it was disrespectful. I really don't want to come off as disrespectful to anybody. I think that's wrong. I sometimes in my speaking I can get a little aggressive about things, but in my opinion, I think that any content creator, influencer should have the right to do whatever they want to do. If it means that they sell mystery boxes, if they want to do whatnot stuff, that's all up to them. Go and have fun. That is your thing. It's not my thing, and we can agree to disagree. So that's that. I just wanted to throw that away real quick because I don't want somebody to bring that up during this video because I don't feel like combating it. But what I do want to say is that mystery boxes are not a scam. Now, let me reiterate. So I think that there are some mystery boxes that can be a scam. So it
Can
depends on sources of who you're dealing with. But what I think we're talking about here in this video, more or less, are real mystery boxes that we know, like Mystery Grail, as an example. Popping Off Toys, they're mystery boxes, right? These are mystery boxes that we know. We know how they operate. We've talked to the owners of the company. We understand that they have a really good operation going, and their mystery boxes are the real deal.
Yeah. H1K Collectibles does mystery boxes.
Yes, Jazzy.
Pop King Paul.
Pop King Paul.
Smy World. There's
Yep.
all sorts of mystery boxes, and there's different types of mystery boxes. But before we go further, I do want to talk about what the word scam means. So I just looked it up on Google because they have the very most accurate information. It's like a dictionary at my fingertips. And the official definition of a scam is a dishonest scheme or a fraud, or it could also mean swindle. And the thing is, you can't really call a mystery box a scam unless either nobody gets anything, like you don't receive what you pay for, which in a mystery box, it's a mystery, so it could literally be anything. Or if a mystery box claims we're going to send out this item and that's the draw to it, and then they don't send it out at all. Now, that can be hard to prove because not everybody has social media. Not everybody wants to post it on social media, etc. So that's tough to prove.
Well, yeah. Do you mind if I read a comment?
Yeah.
So Cliff Demzik, a good friend for many years now, old school Funko guy, legend in the Funko community. He says, as long as you are aware of your odds and they are accurate, they are definitely not a scam. A gamble, yes, not a scam. And so these mystery boxes, when they're dropped, it's typical that the folks who are running these boxes are giving you the odds. They're telling you how many boxes are included, how many items, here's a picture of all the items that you possibly could get, right? So a lot of people will say it's a scam. It's not a scam, but then there are a lot of other people who say, well, it's a dump of crap that these people do not want. And that actually is true.
Sometimes.
So for the most part, you have to find a way as a business to get rid of some of the stuff that you have that's you're accruing inside of like a warehouse, say. So doing a mystery box is a prime way of doing that. But it's you as the consumer that's making that choice to say, well, if I buy this mystery box, it could be garbage or trash, or it could be something that I'm really looking for and something that I want. What kind of brought this whole thing up is that I read, believe it or not, HK1 Collectibles?
H1K.
H1K Collectibles, I'm sorry.
House
Jazzy.
of a Thousand Funkos.
House of a Thousand Funkos. Jazzy.
Pops.
She posted a box, and she's saying that they're going to start doing mystery boxes that are curated. And I thought that was pretty brilliant. Now, that is going to be incredibly, I think it's going to be complicated for them, for her, to put these boxes together as curated boxes. But I think that the idea of it is fantastic. And I'm really excited to see how that all plays out for her and how it plays out for the people who are buying these mystery boxes. Nothing's worse than buying a mystery box and then getting something that is not fitting in your collection. And it's something that you absolutely did not want from the get. Like, I didn't buy the mystery box to get this piece of crap that I didn't want. However, if you buy a mystery box and you get a common, let's say I'm a Marvel collector. I buy a mystery box. I don't get the high dollar item, but I get a Marvel Funko Pop that does fit in my overall collection. That's still good. So there's some good and bad to all of this. And I think that the curated box is a really good way of doing it. I'm excited to see how that sort of all plays out. So go and check her out on Instagram. She does some really killer things. Her and Pop King Paul, they do some really cool mystery boxes.
They do.
Yeah, and they're both really both well-known mystery boxes these days. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really like that there are different types of mystery boxes. So you have like the low dollar, like worse odd sort of mystery boxes. Like, it might be 15 or 20 bucks. You get one pop and it could be, say, like an $8 or $9 pop that's in there. But realistically, if you're spending $15 at the store, you could get one pop, right? So who fucking cares?
Right.
But then they have higher priced mystery boxes where there's a higher chance that you'll get something that's like worth something, or they have like guaranteed value boxes and things like
Guaranteed
that.
value boxes are good.
Where you're spending like a good amount of money and you could still get stuff that you're not really interested in. So where Jazzy's box comes in is very interesting because it's like, from what I understand, she's sort of like getting an idea of what the person collects.
They actually like fill out stuff.
That's interesting. That's really cool.
That's at least how I understood it and read it.
Yeah.
But so there's always this choice. Either you buy a mystery box at a very low cost and you have a chance of getting like this really big thing, or you save up all this mystery box money and then you actually buy the thing that you want. And that's, again, you as a consumer to make that decision.
Yeah.
And it isn't these mystery boxes that are making you buy these boxes. So to go out and buy them or not buy them, you can't call them a scam. Same thing happens with the Funko NFTs, which is really interesting to me because that's yet another place where you make your own decision to do it or not. And people are out there calling this scams. So this is sort of yet another mystery box sort of thing. Because it's a digital mystery box, more or less, because you're opening card packs. You know, another place, which we haven't talked about much, we've made a couple of videos about it, but Grail Game. That's a prime example of some of this stuff. I haven't really seen anybody call it a scam yet. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said it, but we actually had a ridiculous amount of luck through Grail Game.
Yeah, I have so many Legos that I need to build, and
we had so much.
ones.
We had so much fun doing it, and I'll tell you why I like it so much. And you can tell me that I'm an idiot or that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But the reason why I like it so much is because you're not getting, you're not ordering a bunch of mystery boxes and they're coming to your home and you're having to open them, and you're having to open them. Instead, you're kind of like trying digitally to see if you get it. I think this is more or less the next step or future of what a mystery box is going to be. That way you don't have to have all this stuff shipped to your house. I can't tell you how many Funko Pops have landed inside of our house from mystery boxes that Heather and I are sort of looking at each other like, what the hell are we going to do with this stuff? Like, what are we going to do with these things, right? And we've actually hit some really good stuff before.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this is great and all, but this doesn't fit into what we like. More or less, what we do with this stuff, which is what we do with most stuff, is we just find ways of giving it away, either through Patreon, here on this, channel like this, during videos and things of that nature. But otherwise, we would be buried in Funko Pops, buried in mystery box Funko Pops. But mystery box are fun because it is a gamble, and I have such a good time with it. Now, let me backstep a little bit. We brought up NFTs. Still, personally, and I know Heather feels the same way, still not at a point yet where we're ready to buy them. And a friend reached out to me, our friend David, reached out to me today, and he goes, basically in a nutshell, people are going to, Funko and Drop are going to realize that you're a RoboCop fan, so therefore they're going to do a RoboCop NFT drop. And I'm like, oh, that would kill me. That would literally... That would hurt me badly. It wouldn't,
though, because realistically, you can go on the secondary market once they come in.
I wouldn't want to do it, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do that.
I know you don't.
The reason why I like NFTs so much is because of the gamble.
I know.
I don't gamble much in my life, but I like that part.
No, you gamble a lot.
Not really.
How many hundreds have we spent on NFTs? I could go and tell you the exact number.
Well, that's what I'm... No. Hold on.
I could figure out that exact number.
Hold on for a second. Now, I'm saying in that I do it, but I don't go out and gamble otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, there are no other places in my life that I would go out and gamble. I don't like going to casinos. I don't like lottery tickets. I don't like scratch-offs. None of those things are, like, sort of in my wheelhouse. But I like the NFT thing. That's literally the only place I'll gamble other than an actual physical mystery box or Grail Game. But Grail Game's so much fun.
What he doesn't know is we're going to the casino next weekend.
We are?
Yeah.
What do you mean we're going to the casino?
You say you don't gamble. I want to see you not gamble.
Oh, I'm going to gamble if I'm at a casino. I don't like to. I really don't. I anytime I'm sitting in front of one of those dumb machines, I'm just like, oh, God, I'm throwing all my money away again. I hate it. Joseph Garcia, Transformers Series 2. We talked about this a little bit in our video that we posted yesterday. We're going to have a part 2 that posts up tomorrow. It was going to post today, but I decided, you know what? Probably not a good idea to post a video today because we have the live. We're trying to give ourselves a little bit of free time. Should I try out the Patreon for a month to see how it is? I don't know if you're asking us, Isaiah, but it's fun. We do a fun Zoom call. If you want to be a part of like a little group, a little community, giveaways, Mischief Toys news that you'll not hear anywhere else for a while at least. Drop in, hang out. It's fun there. But I'm not going to boost myself. I'll let everybody else in the comment section who may be a part of Patreon to tell you if they like it or not. Leave it up to them. But I think that people saying that they're scams are, and a lot of people have commented this, the people who say they are scams are the people who are upset that they didn't hit.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where all this comes from. And it bothers me because you have these, companies and things that are out there.
Good companies.
Good companies or good operations that are doing these mystery boxes, and to be sort of tagged with that sort of, name of, not what would you say, or scammer, is really effed up. And I don't like that. I think it's really wrong.
I don't
look at all the love we're getting for the Patreon calls. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I appreciate that.
I don't like when people... I hate when people use the word scam when something is not a scam. I hate... And I'm guilty of this too, but there are a lot of people who are very adamant of like disliking something when they haven't tried it.
Right.
And I was an NFT hater. I wanted nothing to do with NFTs. And then we tried it and I finally came around. But now everybody knows what happened. I'm not interested in supporting a company until they get their shit together. But I do still like the idea of them. And I want to see them thrive. I want to see them continue to do well. But I think, a lot of the proof is in what they're doing now. They're burning so many card packs. Now, granted, the drops haven't been all that great recently.
Right.
But I think a lot of people are getting fed up when they have issues not hearing from customer service. They're not getting their pops in pristine condition. A lot of delays on the pops and everything else. I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah.
And the $30 credits, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah, that the NFT stuff is still sort of a disaster, but they are promising that it'll get better this year. I'm hoping that the direction that they go in is actually a good direction. I have faith that things will get better. I have faith that things will get better with Funko also. We've had a lot of people that are sort of getting out of the Funko game, so to speak. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing over there? It just throws me off. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened? Are you okay? Blowing
Keep going.
Okay. I thought you were like throwing. You look like you're about to throw up or something. I was like, what's going on?
No.
I hope for the best for Funko, and I think that they can get to a better place this year. That's my thoughts. Okay, real quick, because I'm a piece of crap for not doing this. Yay! I do want to, because our friend David and we've been talking all week. I want to, and Heather as well, want to wish a happy birthday to Jenny. So happy birthday, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny.
David and I talked about it this week, and we wanted to wish you a happy birthday. So I was supposed to reach out earlier, but I didn't have the chance. We've been wrapped up all week, but we did want to wish you a happy birthday. I know it's belated now, but we hope that it was a great one. I'm sure David showed you a really great night out. I'm sure he did, because he's a good man, that David. He's a really good man. Cliff, 100%. People use scam when things don't go their way. 100%. Yeah, you can't buy a mystery box and think that you're going to get the top ticket item. It's few and far between. It's like playing the lottery. It just never happens. We've done pretty well over time. We've picked up a couple of fun things here and there from like Mystery Grail, but we've never hit it big ever. But that's okay, because that's sort of, you got to go into it with the mindset that you're not going to hit it big. It's just how it is. You hope.
Wait, what didn't we hit big?
I said we've never hit it big on like Mystery Grill or any other mystery box.
Not big, but we've gotten some good stuff.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
We've done well, but we've never hit
well.
it like real incredibly big. But we know people who have. We know people who have done really well on some of these mystery boxes. The Mystery Grill is really fun, in my opinion. I like that the scratch-off aspect of it.
Well,
there's candy and everything in there, but the scratch-off aspect and getting the points is fun.
Yeah, because then you can go on their shop and choose what you actually want to have, which is really cool. Or, like, we've won a random t-shirt and a box of candy before. And
Yep.
I love that. I think it's a lot of fun. And I'm not just saying that because they are a sponsor of this channel. I'm saying that because I genuinely feel that way. And I want to reiterate because occasionally we'll get these really weird comments where people are like, oh, well, you're only supporting because they pay you. No, we support businesses even if they don't sponsor this channel or give us anything at all in return, as long as we believe in what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we actually have we have like 30,000 points, I think, right now.
Do we?
On Mystery
That's
Grill,
awesome. We should go
Yeah.
shopping.
Nah, I don't want to yet. I'm waiting for something big. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to do something big. If we're gonna do it.
I would not have a sponsor on this channel if we didn't believe in them. And as a matter of fact, we talked up $7 a pop and Mystery Grill for years before they even approached us about that.
Yeah.
So people are goofy, man.
Yeah, and $7 a pop Mystery Grill, they're very local to us. They're only a few minutes away. It was interesting that it took as long as it did for us to sort of connect with them and be a part of their whole, Grail, Mystery Grail and $7 a pop thing. A couple years ago, we actually did this whole Mystery Grail and Mystery Grail is not a scam. And we talked to fellow YouTubers. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes,
we
I
actually
do.
went to $7 a pop headquarters. We learned how Mystery Girl works. There's a bunch of videos in which we do all that. It's like a full week.
4 or 5 part?
Something like that. Yeah, it was really great. We talked because somebody had mentioned that children. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like it was bad for kids or something.
Yeah, that was goofy.
Yeah, it was really crazy. So we ended up talking to collectors and YouTubers with kids and asking what they thought about it. And I think we got some really great results out of it.
Yeah.
People seem to be completely on board.
I thought that was a really interesting thing to say because I don't know about like how normal people do things, but like me personally, I wouldn't give Max a credit card and say, "Here you go, buddy."
No.
Like that's crazy.
Absolutely.
And actually, something I probably shouldn't say, but it's sort of on topic, but sort of off topic. In our 2 years, it's been 2 years, by the way, of Mischief Toys.
I know. Well, yeah. Was it what day? What day did we drop the first item?
I don't remember, but I know it was early January of 2022.
Okay.
But in our 2 years, we've gotten multiple emails saying, please cancel this order. My child got a hold of my credit card and accidentally placed an order. I don't buy that for a second because number one, what child is going to score on getting something that's sold out in a minute or less?
Yeah, no.
And number two, like, what? Like,
I know it's
what?
so wacky. I don't know.
People are goofy.
Yeah, people have their reasoning for doing. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that topic, but you know what I mean. I don't know.
Pay attention to what your kids are doing.
I guess, but it's such a weird thing. Dealing. Heather and I worked day jobs where we don't necessarily have to work like almost do public relation type stuff, but because we are we have a business like this, we have to do public relations stuff. We have to communicate with our customers through emails and stuff like that. And I would say 99.9% of the emails and messages that we get are fantastic. And then you have this very little amount where you get these weird things. Sometimes you get negative things. We get people yelling at us because we don't have enough product, that we need to make more and all sorts of stuff. Like it gets really crazy sometimes. But that's neither here nor there. I think I've already said too much. So mystery boxes, they're not scams. I mean, that's the bottom line. January 22nd was the first.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. You're awesome.
I thought it was early January. Wow, I'm crazy.
Oh, no, he says, no, my bad, 129. Wow.
Oh, well, I'm even crazy.
Wow.
Damn, 120. No, what was it, damn it?
What? What is going on here? 120. Okay, 120.
I don't trust you.
120. Okay. So when does Grassley release? Oh, my God. We I've gotten a lot of comments about Grassley. That's something my son came up with. He wants to see a Gastly covered in grass. That's what he wants. Or it looks like he's covered in. I don't know. Looks like he's covered in grass.
He's funny.
So Mystery Grail is great. Check out mysterygrail.com. That isn't what this video is about, but check them out because we love mysterygrail.com. Okay. So I don't know how much you guys pay attention to what we're doing, but throughout the week, we have posted various photos.
January 20th.
January 20th.
You
Okay,
were right.
great.
Third time's a charm, Patrick.
So we posted various pictures throughout the week about our new. It's really a 1-car garage sized thing, or 1.5-car garage.
No, it's 2-car.
Is it 2-car?
Mm-hmm.
2-car garage sort of sized building that we are building. We're calling it our warehouse. I call it a warehouse, and then some people are like, "Well, it's not that big, so it's not really a warehouse."
It's not even up yet.
All right, okay.
First
Easy,
of all,
easy,
second
easy,
of all,
easy.
it's whatever we want it
Easy.
to be. Damn.
But it's a warehouse.
I don't talk about your hog like that.
It's a warehouse.
No, that's not actually the whole hot dog. That's a Vienna sausage.
Easy there, Heather. Jeez, Heather's going in hot.
Yeah, don't talk
So,
about the size of my fucking warehouse.
This facility is a really big deal to us because I'll give you a little bit of a background. This business that we started, I think this is the newest photo
Yes.
here. This is the newest photo. This is currently what it looks like right now. I'd never posted a photo of it, or posted this photo rather. This picture makes it look so small, but the thing is huge.
It's huge.
It's sort of like when I send my DPs to Heather.
Yeah.
It looks much smaller in the picture, but bigger in person. That's all I'm saying. But this facility that we're building in the backyard is great for us because when we started this company, we weren't we never banked on it becoming as popular and as big as it is today. And when I say that, I mean, look, we put up these figures, they sell out. A lot of you guys out there are absolutely loving what we're doing, and I thank you so much. I know I thank a lot, but I'm just so thankful for that. But the Mischief Toys grew, and as it grows, our house becomes this mess, and our house is just full of boxes right now. It's a disaster, and we're constantly trying to figure out where the hell we're going to put all this stuff. And so that's when Heather and I devised a plan. Let's start talking about building a warehouse where we would relocate everything from our home into this warehouse. Now, some of this stuff may stay in our house in some crevices, but for the most part, this facility is going to hold everything.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, yeah, is right. So we're doing a lot of work, and when I say a lot of work, I mean a lot of work to our home. We had to widen a sidewalk in order to get be able to open up a path to get to our warehouse. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of changes that are having to be made to do this. So it's very expensive. This is probably the most expensive endeavor for Mischief Toys yet, but it's worth it. Originally, we thought about maybe renting something, but we thought if we rent something, it's going to be a disaster because that means that we can't just sit at home and do all the things that we need to do. We then have to travel somewhere and do these things. And with our lifestyles, it's almost impossible to get away from here. So the fact that I can open my door, my back of my house, Heather and I, and we can walk out to this thing and we can go in there and do work is, I would consider it a blessing to us because we are lucky to be able to build this thing, and it's all thanks to you guys and your support and buying the figures and enjoying Mischief Toys and watching us grow, helping us grow. This building is going to do a lot of really cool things for us. Not only will it be a place for us to store things, I'm hoping it'll also be a place for us to maybe film some bits in there. When it comes to Mischief Toys, it'll give us space to take the proper photos that we want to take to make them more professional looking. It'll give us the opportunity to do a lot of the things that we have not been able to do in this little kitchen area that we have been doing it all in, believe it or not. If you guys were to visit our home, you would see what kind of mess we live in right now. It's terrible. Happy New Year, Gastlecast and fellow Gastlecaster. Thanks for B-Day wishes, and they mean a lot. Oh, thank you, David and Jenny. You guys are awesome. I'm so happy we could give you a shout out here. I've been waiting to do it, and I'm glad we were able to do that and give you a happy birthday for sure. So I think we're gonna set up a little system out there so we can do all of our printing of our labels. I'm going to put a monitor out there so we can film and we can see what we look like on the monitor, maybe even do lives from out there. Set up all of our Mischief Toys artwork that we've received. I mean, Christ, I don't know if you guys remember this. This has been sitting back here for a while. This is from Soda Coaster. Look at this thing. That's incredible, right?
I cannot wait to hang that up.
It's so cool. It reminds me of like a deer. Like when somebody like...
We were originally going to hang it like above where Chris does his editing, but I think it'll look so much better in our warehouse.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have this. We have the mask, which I believe the mask is like a larger version of this.
Yes.
And the mask obviously can be worn. I think he was originally trying to make a full figure. Am I right? Was he not? Oh, he wasn't going to make a full figure? Well, the head can swivel, which made me think that, because I thought he was going to use the head somewhere else. But this thing will hang up on a wall, and it's going to look beautiful. And I can't wait. Isn't it cool?
Excited.
It's like a hyper-realistic Ghastly.
Yeah.
It's like creepy a little
It's
bit.
really crazy. I love it.
We've received so much artwork from many of you out there, so thank you for all of that. We have all this artwork to sort of hang up in there. I want to do also some color schemes in there that are very Mischief Toys. Put our figures up on the wall. I would love to have a wall that just has like all the figures that we've ever made, or at least a handful of them to show off the history. I think that would be cool. I have some cool ideas. It's going to take a little while, but we'll get it done.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I know. I'm super excited to look out there and just see it, because for many months we've been talking about it, and to see it actually come to fruition is a really big deal.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's really crazy.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming because we're thinking like, oh, now we're going to put everything out there, and it's like, oh gee, like you've got to move everything out there, and ugh.
It'll
crazy.
be easy.
I think it'll be easy, but it's just the changes.
You have no idea how excited I am to get everything out there. Like, I've been dreaming of this for a long time.
Yeah.
And there will be places for like everything.
Wrapping materials, boxes, the figures, obviously, plush. Yeah, so we have some really cool things coming very soon. Let's see. Do we have any comments out there? Did you see any comments that you'd like to read? Any questions that have been happening?
Are you going to do a video once you get it set up? Yeah, I'm sure
100%.
we will.
Yep, 100%. I was thinking about that today, how we would do it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to film it, and similarly to when Heather and I go on trips and Heather shows us around, we're going to film it that way.
Okay.
Because I think that's the best way to film it. You do a very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you. Yeah, this is the new hoodie and the new tattoo shirts. We're actually shipping them out tomorrow. Many of them, right?
I think it's most of them. I think there are... Ooh, I don't want to misspeak, but I think it's most of them.
So for those who have ordered a Toxic Ghastly hoodie, we are still waiting on them. So I just want you guys to have a heads up. We're still waiting on them. It isn't like we have them here and we've been like holding off. We're waiting on them to arrive. Hopefully this week is sort of the target point, and then we'll get those shipped out to you just as an update, just so you guys know.
John Page, that is generous. He said, I'll put this out there. Chris and Heather, I'm willing to donate my first Ghastly pins back to you for the warehouse.
Wow.
We could not accept that. Thank you so much. One day, I feel like one day we'll get our hands on what we're missing. We currently have we have one Halloween set, and that's because someone gave it to us.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think we have...
We have an error set.
Yeah, well, we have wasn't it an Error Halloween one?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so we had the actual Error, or the
actual
regular Halloween set,
and then
too.
the error set. Yeah, the error set, it was, one of the horns were miscolored, and I kept it for myself.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was literally, excuse me, that was the only pin set I kept for myself, because at the time, it was like, we needed to build money up to make our first figure, our first, what am I saying? Mold.
Yeah.
We need to make our first mold, so we literally sold everything. A Rooster, yeah, we've actually done an MTV Cribs video for our old house. We'll definitely do one for, hopefully that'd be kind of fun, for the new warehouse for sure. Yeah, super pumped.
Yeah.
Ashley, I think you're going to love it. The tattooed shirt is so sick. This is probably my favorite design that we've ever done. I think it's just so, it's fun. It's different. You know what I mean? It's
I
fun and
like
different.
it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait for a tour of the Gastle Castle. I like that name. That's so funny. The Gastle Castle. Let's see. Funko mystery boxes are disingenuous when they use PPG based off of member estimates and not actual sales.
I don't know what that means, but I don't understand how people have the expectation. So PPG is a collection of actual sales and it averages things. I don't understand where people can think that someone would search eBay and like take averages and make sure like, oh, you know, this one sold for low because it's damaged, or this one sold higher because it's autographed or whatever. Like, generally, if you look at, especially if you're in the pop world, if you look at a listing, you can tell when it's not a true value for the most part. Like, there are some HobbyDB is not always going to be 100% accurate. There's a lot of factors that can contribute to it. A lot of people do like fake sales supposedly and like to try to inflate numbers. But if you see something go from like $50 to like $300, like, you know that's not real.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're well versed in
That's
the
the
Funko
problem.
world,
Not everybody's well versed, right?
yeah, but if you're making mystery boxes, you most likely are. That's the thing.
You would hope.
Yeah.
You would hope.
So I get the point, but you can't expect somebody to, you know, hire somebody full time to analyze every single eBay sale.
Right, and I think that's the chance that you're taking while buying a mystery box, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's but totally understand your point. Deadpaul is asking a good question, and it's something I did want to talk about in tonight's live, because I feel like this is important. So for those who are unaware or those who are aware, RJ on Instagram, is it RJ Designs? I can never remember exactly the name. I just know him by RJ.
I think it's RJ Design.
RJ Designs on
Hold
Instagram.
on, let me make sure.
So RJ is doing customs of Ghastly figures.
Yes,
And
RJ Design.
So I have one that we purchased, and it is a Ghastly Thanos figure that Heather purchased for me. He's beautiful. He did such a brilliant job on him. It matches all the other Thanos stuff that I have in my collection. I love it. So thank you, babe. I appreciate you for getting that for me. He even has the little Infinity Stones, which is another hot topic that we've been discussing today about Infinity Stones. But Deadpaul is asking, so when is the live with the custom Ghastly openings going to happen? So Heather and I discussed this today, Deadpaul. So everybody just listen up, please. And maybe we can sort of, we can maybe somehow come together and do this. I don't know how we're going to do it, but somehow we can come together and do this. Let me just throw this out there. Okay, let me just throw this out there. So, there are a lot of people right now who are getting Ghastlies customized. And I am super stoked over that. I think, for me personally, it is such an honor to know that RJ is doing this. I have purchased, or Heather actually has purchased, RJ Designs chomps and things for me over the years, and his work is just absolutely brilliant. He does such a great job. So now that everybody's getting a custom created, the question is, can we do a live here on the channel with everybody who gets a custom Ghastly? I'm going to answer your question. The answer is yes. We can 100% do this. But here's the thing. If we do it...
Hold on. And it would have to be on a Sunday during our normal schedule.
It would have to be a Sunday live. But the thing is that everybody who gets them, we would ask you to wait to show them and wait until the live so we can get everybody together to unveil them. So if you want to be a part of a live like this, I'm going to ask, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyway. Talk to Deadpaul, because Deadpaul seems to be advocating for this. Go talk to Deadpaul if you got a custom. He will then create a group. Now, this means that you do not unveil your custom. You will wait until we do a live. When everybody gets their custom in, we'll unveil them. That's when you then go to Instagram and post your photo. I think that it's important that we all unveil them on the channel together. There's excitement behind it. We go crazy. I want to see it all for the first time personally myself. I think that would be super cool. Heather's always putting a wrench in the whole thing.
No, I'm asking.
All right, go ahead.
Don't fucking talk about me like that, because I'll air all your dirty secrets, and you got real dirty socks on right now.
And my underpants?
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Come on.
Yeah, let's talk about your fucking skid marks. What if they're not actually completed within a specific time frame? Like, what if some people are waiting a whole year?
So
You know what I mean?
that's a good call.
Because customs can take a lot of time, and from what I understand, I mean, I didn't provide him with the figures that he's customizing. He found them
On his own.
Yeah, on his own. I don't even know where or anything. So I don't know what he's got. I don't know how many he's got. I know nothing about this. So if he accepted, let's say like 20, like that's,
It's a little while.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, so I would say then, I guess it's up to the person who purchases it. And then it would be up to Dead Paul to sort of figure out when we're doing it. This is a very complicated, Dead Paul. I don't know if you really are up to the task. You and Funko Freak, because you and Funko Freak you guys are a good team. So maybe you guys can put your heads together. If people reach out to you guys directly, Funko Freak and Paul, with whatever, here's, I put in my custom order and sort of you guys work it out together.
I have another question.
Then we can get the information about the live. You tell us when you guys think this will all come together. Give us a date of the live, and then we'll go from there. And it might not be until like 4 months from now, but I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead.
So here's another question. Are they opening it before just so they can see it?
Oh yeah, they can open it themselves.
Okay, so
I just don't want to post it.
Hold on. That's what I would suggest, because what if something happens in transit?
Right. Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
They need to open
like
it.
that freaks me out, because then X amount of time has passed if they're waiting to open it on the live, and then a claim can't be filed, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
you gotta
that worries
gotta
me.
open it and look at it. Tiffany Anderson, that is so interesting. He has one of my gargoyle Ghastlies. So excited.
Oh, so people are sending him.
Oh
their
my God!
own.
Wow.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's incredible.
Rooster wanted us to show the Infinity Stones, and I don't know how close we can get. Our camera, it like self zooms or self like oh, there they are. It self what would you call it?
Focuses,
yeah. Can you see it? I hope you can.
Yeah, Nate Dogg is right. You want to be able to inspect it, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that doing a live, basically showing them all off, I think that would be super cool, just to see what everybody sort of came up with all at one time. Then we can sort of make a big collage of photos. Everybody can take their photos. We can make a collage, post it on Mischief Toys as well. Post it on your own, but I'm saying we can make like a big collage of all the different figures and post all the pictures of all the various figures as well, and just show everybody how crazy, one, how awesome RJ is in his artistry, and two, how great Ghastly is when it comes to making a custom.
Yeah.
Because he's perfect for a custom, as you can see here from this Thanos Ghastly.
You're welcome, Rooster.
Oh, very nice. Chris, off topic, but since you're a big Transformers fan, did you see the Transformers made by Robosen, or Robosen? If so, what are your thoughts? I saw Grimlock and Optimus. Yeah, I think they're great. Would I spend the type of money on them that they're asking for what they do? Maybe not. The reason why I like Hot Toys so much is because you can pose them and all that kind of jazz. I think they're really cool. I pull them down every once in a while, clean off my shelves, and I repose them. I just find that to be real fun. Those are neat. Those are conversation pieces. Your friends come over and you're like, "Hey, remember Optimus Prime?" And then you put him on the table and he transforms and does all these cool things. That's awesome. I just don't know what kind of time I would spend with a figure like that personally. I don't know. It's expensive. Maybe if they come down in price a little bit, maybe I would do it. But like that DeLorean up there, you're talking dream item up there. And that was right around the same price. And that DeLorean is just friggin' unbelievable. So it looks like Deadpaul and Funko Freak have a handle on this whole custom thing. So thank you. Reach out to them directly, please. I would say reach out to Paul directly, Deadpaul, and let him know if you ordered a custom, and then you guys can work out what the timeline is looking like. Sean Neal's here. Hello, Sean Neal. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. He says howdy. It's a very big howdy.
Well, there's been a lot of people saying hello, and we haven't had the chance.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to say hi to anybody. I'm too busy running my mouth.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello everybody. So reminder, this weekend will be our Patreon call. I'm excited for that. Lots of giveaways, showing off the Hot Topic exclusive figure. This Hot Topic exclusive figure will blow your balls off. I'm telling you.
And
it is incredible. I love this figure so much.
So, just an FYI, we are not in control of this drop. So, we will receive information, I think at some point. So it's supposed to be releasing this month. I don't think it will.
I don't know.
I don't think it will.
It sounds so in the talks that I've had.
I know, but that's how it happens.
Well,
so I've talked to people who have put things in Hot Topic and they never happen when they say they're going to.
Well, I'll give you more information after this.
Okay, that would be good.
Because I think I might clear up some of that.
Maybe.
My thoughts on Chris Hemsworth voicing Optimus. I'm not a big fan of that. I think it's wrong, but I think what they're trying to do is like a younger Optimus Prime for whatever story they're going to do. I don't know. Optimus Prime has been voiced by others in various cartoons and things, but I personally, it's Peter Cullen or no one else. That's just, for me, that's just how it is. Similar with Batman, and the guy who voiced him, man, I can't remember his name now, Jesus, but he was, Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy, geez, what a voice, that guy. And the perfect Batman. Not having him around anymore is really messed up. Unfortunately, he passed. But not having him around to voice Batman anymore is just like, will we ever get a good Batman voice ever again? I don't know. The whole thing's screwed up. And it isn't like, how much longer can Optimus Prime be voiced by, Cullen? Cullen's an older guy. I'm sure at some point he's not going to be able to do it anymore, not wanting to do it anymore. So maybe we need to hand it off. But Chris Hemsworth, I don't know. I don't think he's the guy. I really don't think he's the guy. Yeah, so that's kind of, that's bad. But meeting Peter Cullen was great. We met him, what was it, last year? Last year? Did we meet him? Yeah, last year. Great guy. He was really nice. Didn't talk to him for very long. He was busy. Which movie is the DeLorean from? It's from Back to the Future 2. I'm a very proud dictator watching you both succeed in the business growing world. Oh, thank you, Disgruntled Octopus.
You.
Disgruntled Octopus took out a minute to let us know that while they're taking over the entire world. Did you know that?
I do know that.
They're spending all their time taking over the whole world.
The thing is, they've been trying to take over the world for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sort of like, is it going to happen?
You never know.
Listen, if they were as good as they say they are, I feel like it would have happened by now.
Oh, that's so messed up.
I'm just saying, they've been saying it for a long time.
I want to tell you something else that's messed up. You can actually go over right now to route1apparel.com and order your very own Maryland Ghastly.
Oh,
they are up still.
one.
They're still up. The first run is still up. How dare you not going over and buying your Maryland Ghastly. No, but seriously, Maryland Ghastly is over there. It's a great figure. Here he is right here. We have the first run. He comes with a pin, special sticker, the whole 9 yards, as usual, for Mischief Toys. Go and check him out. Go and buy yourself one. I believe, in my personal humble opinion, I believe that the Maryland flag is the best flag of the whole US of A. So go buy your figure.
I'm gonna
Not only are you supporting Mischief Toys and the state of Maryland, but you're also supporting another Maryland company, a very small Maryland company, which are actually pretty big. Route 1 Apparel. So go and check them out. Buy yourself a Ghastly. Buy one for your friend. Buy one for your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your next door neighbor, your grandma. Go ahead and buy one right now. They're really, really great. When will we be doing the Route 1 giveaway for buying one?
I don't think that we are going to announce it. I think they're going to send us an address and we're just going to send it. And if the winner wants to post it, that's great.
Yeah. So
because it's just for buying something. That's what we do with all of like the random one. I mean, because they are randomized. But this one, I'm just going to have them send me a name because we haven't even done that yet.
No, we'll reach out to them this week and get that done because that needs to be done. This guy's been sitting here and I keep looking at him thinking we need to give this guy away. We need to send him out. So we'll do that this week. Promise, promise, promise. But I definitely think we should announce it. Hopefully we can. No?
No, I don't like to announce stuff like that. Like if it was a contest.
No, I mean great. Announce that we selected a winner.
Oh, yeah. I just don't want to give out someone's personal information unless it's like the difference between doing something like that and a post on Instagram and like doing like a contest or whatever, they do public posts. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're selecting a winner that way. But if we just give something out randomly, I don't really feel comfortable announcing that, you know?
So what this is, for those who are unaware, this is the Blacklight New York Comic Con Ghastly prototype. So that's what this is.
Yeah, they were... So the reason they sent us this one is so we could see the placement on his arms and the main colors they use.
Yep. So make sure, if you want, go buy a Maryland Ghastly now and you'll be in the runnings because we'll reach out to them sometime this week about finding our winner, selecting our winner. So go, if you buy Maryland Ghastly, you get your chances to win because we're going to get some a randomized name from Route 1 Apparel. You still have your chance. That is the best proto you guys have ever dropped. Really? Best proto. I'm shocked to hear that because I really like that gargoyle proto.
Yeah, the gargoyle one.
Especially the orange one.
The white one's my favorite.
I'm the disgruntled octopus, not the successful octopus. That's so good.
I love that. Sorry, I knocked him over.
Yeah, he's not real good at standing.
No, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, not when I knock him over, though.
Yeah. We do have another drop that I'm hoping will happen sometime in the month of January. This is the biggest drop personally to me that we've ever done. It's something really near and dear to my heart. We posted about it on social media. We haven't really talked about it. We're not going to talk about it. It's going to sort of be just dropped right on your head. Not a mystery drop, but sort of like it's dropping tomorrow sort of a deal. So please just pay attention to our Instagram. Pay attention to the new the newsletter on MischiefToys.com. You'll find out more information about it. It's a fantastic figure. I'm so excited for this thing to finally drop. I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever been this excited. Right now I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Personally, it's for me, it's a big one. I think the Hot Topic one is a really big one for her, which I love it. I absolutely love it, but this other one is really great. Makes me excited. Whatever happened with your Hot Toys Armorer?
It's being replaced.
It's being replaced. So we're going to figure that whole thing out. I can't believe it happened. That was a disaster.
I can.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. That was nuts.
How many Hot Toys have you broken?
I haven't broken that many Hot Toys.
A lot.
No, it hasn't been.
A lot.
BS.
Ahsoka.
I did not break Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah?
Ahsoka broke herself, yes. She did. I didn't touch her. She fell off the thing and her arm popped out of the socket. I couldn't fix it. Name another. Tough guy.
Something with the Thanos head because you stole my Thanos head.
He fell off the thing.
Okay, you should probably stop making him fall.
These cases behind us, they actually have doors that go on them. I have these huge boxes full of doors. And I refuse to put the doors on them because it would give a lot of glare in our videos. So the downside is that at any point in time, they can just fall off the shelves and just break or head snap off or whatever. So it's scary. So if we ever had like an earthquake here, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
We
I would
had
lose
an
most of my-
earthquake.
I
What
would-
was it? 2012?
2011. I would lose most of my hot toys if that would happen. Not going to talk about it, Heather. Go in the kitchen for a minute so Chris can spill the beans. They're talking about all these upcoming figures. Man, these two figures are sick.
You want
AF.
to know what's funny, Travis, is you're doing a lot of things, but you're forgetting to realize that, like, I can just make it so that you don't get anything.
Heather can snap her fingers.
Like that.
Um,
Stop trying to get it. Listen, the cool thing about Mischief Toys is that you never know what's coming next. And I think that's a lot of the fun in what we do. I think being surprised once in a while is good. So
I agree.
Because if
I
not,
agree.
it's going to get boring.
I agree. I
Travis.
think the one thing about Mischief Toys, to me personally, that's so much fun, is that we do these drops and you honestly have no clue as to what we're going to do. They're just so far different. I mean, you got this black light version, you got this translucent fire one, you got a Maryland flag one. What other company is creating a Maryland a flag of anything on their figures? I mean, it's something entirely different. I think that our artists are fantastic. I just want to throw this out there and believe me when I tell you that this is really big for us. We are actually right now developing like 5 new molds. 5 new molds.
I'm terrified.
5.
Like, you have no idea how much this is going to cost us. But I think they're going to be very well worth it. Because one thing that I've told Chris, and he gets really annoyed about it, but you guys can see his excitement. But I'm like the logical side, and he's like the fun side. So, like, we balance each other, right?
Funmaker Chris.
Yeah. He just wants to do stuff all the time. And I say, I will not put money down unless... What the fuck are you doing?
A thing that fell off there.
I will not put money out for something that expensive unless you can give me at least 5 variants that can come out of that mold. And there have been a couple where he just can't think of anything else we can do besides like 1 or 2 things. And I say, we can't do that. You can't justify the cost that way. So the fact that we're doing 5 different molds is terrifying, but it's awesome because we have all of these things that we can do with them. I'm really, really excited. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be cool.
It gives us more options.
Yeah, it gives us a lot more options.
It gives us a lot more options. It's something that's
But
exciting.
it doesn't just give us options, though. It sort of limits us with those particular molds, though, because there's a couple where it's literally only one thing we can do, but we can do that one thing multiple ways.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how far we can take these. I mean, so far, this is a custom, but so far, I mean, this isn't even half of the figures we dropped, and they all look so different.
One thing I do want to make note of, by the way, this is our Maryland Ghastly plush, which I've mentioned this before, and I feel like a couple people, I've gotten some feedback on my post about this. We've gotten a little feedback that was a little rocky about it, but we are actually changing the design of our plush Ghastly. And the reason why we're doing it, we had to make a move. There was a bunch of reasons why, but we had to make a move. So this version of the plush that you own right now, is not going to be the same as what we've already developed. It's going to be very similar, but there will be some changes that we made with our manufacturer. It does not make these like lesser liked, I guess. They're awesome. I love these plushes. They're something really important to me. It's another step in the Mischief Toys world.
So some people mention, do you think that telling people that will make them think that there's an issue with what we currently have? No, there was no issue. It was purely a business move. Them being held up in customs for as long as they were was insane. Not only that, but there were fees that we were not told about up front, and we did not like that. There were quite a few things that we did not like about that process, so we are talking to somebody else about more plushes.
And we actually saw some photos of the new ones, and they look a lot of fun. I'm really excited about them. We'll probably never make a Maryland one ever again. I'm not sure about that. These Maryland ones will be going up soon. We have
maybe.
Well,
we have an event
that's
that I
right.
think
We
we're
do have
going
an
to be
event.
attending.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. We didn't discuss that. I forgot.
No,
We're
I don't
not going
wanna
to talk about it
discuss it.
publicly.
Yeah, I don't
we're
want
not going
to
to talk about it publicly. But there might be another event that we'll be attending this year. More information to come about that once we know more. Stoked over this guy, though.
Yeah.
Stoked over this guy.
He's cool.
I think we might drop him another little batch of him. At least some of the first runs, we think. At some point.
Maybe.
I think that would be fun. Yeah. First run figures are available on route1.com. Go in route1apparel.com. Heather dropped the link. Drop the link again. That way people can see it if you don't mind. People who may be new in the comment section here, go and check that out. Once the first run are gone, That's it. They're done. Done for. Look at all the ideas. A Beaver Ghastly with Lumberjack DeMonstro.
Oh, God. Can we, fast forward and skip through all of those? 'Cause you guys are crazy.
DeMonstro, we are going to do different variants of him. I'm really excited about that. I love DeMonstro. He is a really important character for me. He's our villain character. It was something different. I didn't want it to be Ghastly and Friends. I wanted it to be Ghastly and all those he's sort of against. We might get another Ghastly friend. That's one of his buddies down the line. But for now, it's just Ghastly versus DeMonstro. And maybe some more characters along the way. Like our little character that we announced over at New York Comic Con. Or at the event, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, he might be coming this year, I hope. Fingers crossed on that. There was something else I was going to mention, and I cannot remember exactly what it was.
It's because you interrupted yourself. How's it feel to be me?
I do interrupt myself a lot. What was I going to say? Do you remember? Did I say a word?
No, you said one thing I wanted to mention, but before I did that, I want to talk about, and then you just started, I think you were talking about Maryland Ghastly.
Yeah, it was. Well, I wanted to show off the plush, but there was something I was going to say, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It'll come back to me. I actually love the Maryland Ghastly design so much. It's so unique, and it's become my favorite Ghastly. Oh, that's amazing, Deadpool. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Can't believe Chris isn't drinking from a Stanley Cup. I want to see a Guar Ghastly and DeMonstro. Guar Ghastly and DeMonstro would be super sick.
One thing that I can show you is I actually went to Target yesterday. And, well, this is really sad. But that's where the cups were.
Why don't you zoom in on it?
And there is one thing that was left over.
A little Doritos bag.
And it's a bag of Doritos.
A little Doritos bag.
I think what happened was someone went to Target and they were going for their Stanley Cup and they were like, you know what? I'm going to get a little snack before I go and get my Stanley.
A snickety snack.
They got their little snickety snack and then they saw that there's no more Stanley Cups, so they just gave up. And they set the Doritos down, and then they left Target.
Hold on. Miko comes in, and he's coming in very hot. Mystery boxes are scams. You're getting stuff that don't tell.
Okay.
Don't sell.
Oh, not
that
always.
don't sell. Not always.
Not always.
Yeah, I don't know if you're right about that.
I think...
Now, there have been times where, and I brought that up during our discussion about it, which we did about 30 minutes ago, but some of these companies will try to sell off some crap in order to get rid of or clean the warehouse, but they put high dollar items on the roster.
And so
you're taking the gamble.
Let me just make this very clear. You're misusing the word scam. Because the thing is, unless you're purchasing from a company who blatantly skews the odds or says, hey, we're going to put this in, but they never put that item in, can you stop hitting the table? Unless they do that, then it's not a scam. You gotta see if mystery boxes aren't right for you, then they're not right for you. If you're interested in possibly obtaining something that you're not interested in, then don't buy it. I don't understand what's so difficult about that. Like if mystery boxes aren't for you and you'd rather just spend your money on what you want, like exactly what you want, then do that. Because with mystery boxes you're taking a chance.
Yeah.
That's the fun in it.
Exactly.
That's why I like the ones that people like to say like have really bad odds or whatever, because they're really inexpensive.
What's interesting is that you're saying that they're packing in items that they don't want as a part of the mystery box is a scam. That's wrong, because you most likely you're gonna. I mean, you'd be stupid if you think that the mystery boxes are going to be high ticket items that everybody's going to win a high ticket item.
Yeah.
Now,
if you buy $20,
if you buy a high ticket mystery box that is promised a certain value, that's one thing. But if you go out and buy a $15 mystery box, dude, expect you're going to get bullshit. That's just how it is. That's the truth of the matter. Now, in some ways, it didn't get leaked. Wouldn't Funko Con boxes be considered a mystery box? Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the
sort of, but
I mean,
I
they're
guess
mystery
not
boxes.
in.
They're mystery, right?
But it's a different type of mystery box, I guess. It's like the subscription box, like the Marvel Collector Core, because those are sort of mystery boxes, because you're getting something you don't know what it is.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. There's something I was going to talk about, and it really, you're right, I cut myself off.
I know, you do it
like
to
a
me
big
all
old
the time.
moron.
Well, you are.
God, okay. I eat a lot of things.
I know.
You're saying I eat morons?
Must.
I give you choose. That's eating you.
There you go.
What was I going to say?
Chris, I don't know.
I'm so
you
bummed
didn't
out over
say
this.
anything to give me any clues.
I'm bummed out.
Okay.
I was going to say something really cool.
There's probably something fucking stupid.
It probably was. It probably was something really stupid.
You're probably going to talk about the
God.
weather or something.
No, I'm going to talk about the weather.
I don't know what's going on with you. I think it's because you're wearing the hoodies, but your beard is really driving me crazy.
And that's
these
okay.
days.
Just leave it alone. It doesn't have anything to do with you, okay? It's me.
It has a lot to do with me.
All right, take it easy. Please. Leave it alone. I know what Chris was going to say, and I will beat him to it. I love you more. That son of a bitch, you got me. I love you more. Do you smell burned toast? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, am I having a stroke? Are we really cutting down the amount of pops that we buy this year? Yes. 100%. So I will say that after we read the lists, my numbers have jumped up a bit, because RoboCop and Transformers, I will have to have all of those throughout the year.
That's if they come to life.
Right, but I mean, I believe that they will. It makes sense that they would. But those are all things that I would like to get my hands on for sure.
Yeah.
Then there are some things for you as well, like Conjuring and things like that.
It depends on what they look like too, though. Because I'm done buying stuff that doesn't wow me. Like a lot of the Pennywise pops, as much as I love Pennywise, like Pennywise holding the hat and stuff like that, like that's not that great. But like scary Pennywise, where he's like from FYE, or like with the wig in his face, like those are cool. Mm-hmm. But like some of the stuff, I'm just like, you know, like I could love a franchise, but not buy the pop.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Chris, Heather is trying to say she doesn't like the way it tickles. Okay.
No, I just think it looks like shit.
Yeah, so I think that we'll probably buy more than we say we're going to buy. The RoboCop stuff, I'm going to buy multiple sets of that. I'm going to go crazy. All great villains have a pet sidekick. Will Demonstro have one?
Maybe.
Think Mamut with Mumra, or Azrael with Gargamel. Yeah, people have brought that up a lot. Like, does Ghastly have a pet or something? And my thoughts for Ghastly having a pet would be like a gigantic creature, like something that's so over the top and ridiculous. Like he has a dog and it comes out and it's like really big and like monstrous. That was sort of what popped into my head. but I'm not sure. It's something more that we had to think about. This weekend, we have spent all weekend with our artist coming up with a new design for a figure. And yesterday, we went back and forth to the point where Heather and I were practically yelling at each other. But in the end, we got a new photo today. And this figure is friggin' awesome.
So
holy shit.
it's one that Chris approached me with like probably 6 months ago. Like we just have a bunch of stuff on a list. And she gets to it when she can, right? And when he approached me with it, I was like, like, I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't care about this thing.
Right.
But I'm in love with it. Like, I'm really, really excited for this based off of how it came out. But this, like, I just don't, normal everyday life, I don't care about what this thing is.
Stoked.
And now I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very excited.
Super stoked. Yeah. Some of these things that we come up with, it's like, you know, you don't know if it's going to come out the way that you're picturing in your mind. And I will tell you that this particular one did not. It's far different than what I expected. But the outcome is better than what I expected. Yeah. So I'm really excited that we're going to finally be able to bring you this piece that we went back and forth about a lot. Like, I think that's the fun part about this, right? Is to make sure that whatever we're doing is a high quality. Like, we're trying to build on quality with every new piece that we bring out. Because we want to bring you something different, something exciting. I know what I was going to say now. So the other day, somebody had reached out to me, and they basically stated that, you know, Gastleys are great. I love them, but don't do what Funko does and make, like, a bunch of that. Like, don't make too much, too many, too quickly, so on and so forth. And my answer to that is that we do not have licenses, at least right now. We're not using any licenses. We're sort of doing our own thing. And I think that is really fun doing our own thing. And we sort of come up with ideas that we come up with that we think are going to be fun. And we're a growing business. So the best words of advice or words to the wise that I can give you, and yes, I am a business owner, and yes, I'm a business owner saying these words. Buy what you like, buy what you enjoy, collect what you like, collect what you enjoy. Don't buy a Ghastly if it's not really...
And buy every single Ghastly. Thank you, goodbye.
Right. Don't buy Ghastlies that you're not super into. Don't feel the need to have... I mean, if you're a completionist, then be a completionist. If you're not a completionist, don't be a completionist and buy the things that you like. And don't feel like you have to focus on every single Ghastly. You know, I know when I started collecting Funko, I wanted to buy practically everything, but I knew I had to stay within the Marvel franchise because outside of that, I would lose my mind. So for many years, I only bought Marvel. And over all the course of the years, there were these other things popping up that I always thought were so cool, but I didn't buy them because I was more into the Marvel thing. And I look back on it, and now I regret all of that because I could have focused on other things that I really liked and not had to fully focus on Marvel. So buy the things that you like, buy the things that you enjoy, and don't feel like you have to do it all because it's impossible to do it all. Today, I may want a hot toy. Tomorrow, I might want to buy a chomp or, I don't know, anything, right? A piece of wall art. You know, things change and where your head's at changes. So buy all the things that you enjoy and love. That's the best advice I can give you. And that goes with everything that you collect. And with Mischief toys being included. I love seeing people out there who are super completionists. To me, you are super Mischief toys collectors. And it almost feels like people who have a full set, like a completed set, I almost feel like they deserve some sort of an award. And I'm not saying that would never happen. There might be a time where we do give out something special to somebody who has a full set, like a completed set of everything. And at some point in the future, I think that would be a fun thing to do. Because Funko sort of did that, where they had like your all-stars sort of thing. I think that would be kind of fun. But to have everything, that's a lot. I know that's a lot just from collecting all the things that we collect here at our place. But unbelievable. When is the APM and Mischief Toys collab coming? No, nothing. I mean, we haven't talked about it. Guy's great from 8 p.m. We talked to
I
him
don't know if
at
that
New York
would
Comic
be
Con.
something that he would be interested in, to be honest with you. He has a lot of cool. I mean, I can't speak for him, but I heard a lot of things, and I'm excited to see what he has in the future. And I don't know if Ghastly would fall into that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. So off that, I haven't talked to APM about doing a crossover or anything like that. We've talked to others about crossovers, possible future collabs. Really, this year was going to be, for me, a year of collabs, and we're working on it. And I would love to do some collabs this year and drop some collabs. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think it would be a little bit different. You could start collecting Ghastlies that are maybe in a different universe, so to speak, in terms of collectibles. So maybe you'll see something like that this year. No promises, but what I can promise is that Ghastly and Demonstro, any other character from Mischief Toys, will always bring the heat. And this year, we're opening up January with some major heat with our little In Flames Ghastly pin. It glows in the dark. It looks fantastic. People are asking, well, how's the glow, Chris and Heather? How's the glow on that pin? The glow is very good. As you know, red is never the best glow, but I would say that this red glows pretty bright. It looks really good. I love it. So I recommend the pin. Hopefully, those who have the figure a lot of them can get the pin as well. I think
Technically, it's not their typical red glow. I asked them to do something different so that it would be a bit better than what we're used to seeing. And I think it worked out really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very excited for it, because when we initially started working with them, they were like, our red glow isn't strong. So that's why, like, our first glow Ghastly pin that we did where he is red, it glows like a yellow green color, because the red just didn't work right. So I asked them to do something different, and it worked.
Awesome.
Yeah, you didn't even know that.
Nope. No clue. Heather's behind the scenes about the manufacturing stuff quite often, and I find out later in the game. But I think we're a pretty good team when it comes to all this stuff. I think we come together and collaborate really well as a couple. I think barely Demonstro piece would be fire, or what's that mean? Explosion?
I think he means amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to work with Barely. I love Barely Available. I love Bondable Toys, Chomp. I love Tiny Ghost. Those are three of the top ones for me personally. I love all of them. And of course, APM is really great. I like what he's been doing. APM is cool. Kong, love Kong. So yeah, I mean, we're open to collaboration just as long as people are feeling the same way about us. I don't want to go into it and they're not like fully feeling it. Like, if we're feeling it, they're feeling it, then that's a good collaboration. If it isn't going both ways, then why do it at all? Chris, Heather, will you ever do an unannounced Ghastly figure drop? We've done it.
We have.
We've done it.
I'm not a big fan of that. I like to tell people what we have coming. Actually, you know what? We've done it twice. So for the Skeleton Ghastly, it was on Halloween. We did a live here on YouTube, and we told people, okay, go to the website right now, and people bought the Skeleton Ghastly figure there. And then for Valentine's Day, we did not show anybody what it was, and we said we're not showing anybody what it was. And that day we dropped pictures at the drop time. We told people when it would drop, but we didn't tell them what it was. And I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if we will do that again. I can't say yes or can't say no. I'm not a huge fan of doing stuff like that, because if I'm setting time out of my day, I want to know what I'm buying. And I also wouldn't want to not be able to tune into something like a YouTube live and just miss it, you know?
I do wear a 10.5 shoe. Yeah, that's correct, AV. I finally have time to do a Ghastly sneaker. Oh, shit.
That's exciting.
I'm super stoked to see that. Whatever you come up with, that's sick.
Can we talk about my shoe
That's
size?
so
Because
sick.
now I'm excited.
That's sick. So, John Page, here's what I'll say. I know I'm just kind of like adding on to what Heather said, but what I'll say about Mischief Toys is expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. I think that it's the smart maneuver is to keep most of everybody in the dark about what's going on, right? So, will we do a drop? Will we not do a drop? And maybe we'll give you a days, in advanced, drop time. Maybe we'll give you a week. I like to make it a short drop period. I think that we made a mistake last year with Tiki Ghastly and not announcing him soon enough. Or, I'm sorry, or too soon rather, and not giving a good amount of time on it. We learn from what we do. I think a lot of what we do is experimental. It's a learning curve for us, trying to figure out what is best for us and how to operate. But in addition to that, I think that the mystery wrapped into it is good. Mystery in terms of like what we did with our first initiation figure. We had like a code wrapped into a coin. So you could get a narrator Ghastly, right? So I want to do more code related things this year. I want the Coven to have to break codes in order to do certain things or get certain things.
You're saying too much because a lot of these things can't be.
These are things that we're trying to figure out, but these are things I would like to do, and I think that that's what makes the collecting Mischief Toys fun.
Yeah, it does make it a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Comment? You're slapping me.
Yeah, because you're saying too much.
I'm not saying too much. I'm just saying.
I know, but a lot of people take that as like your word. So
it's something we're working on.
Yeah.
Something we're working on. You guys make it all fun and worth. Thank you. I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to do, right? I mean, that's the I was going to say the brilliance, but I don't want to sound like an asshole. But I think that's what makes Mischief Toys Mischief Toys. I think you got to have all the different things that we do, mystery drops, breaking of codes, right? I think all of those things make Mischief Toys different and separate from the others. And I think that as we grow as a business, as we grow as a company, as we grow as a name that's more well-known in the community, maybe even in the future, let's say a couple of years down the road, we're a household name. Ghastly is a character that everybody knows, right? I want to grow with that, everything that we've done in the past in mind, and continue with that as we move forward. I think the mystery is fun.
it's a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you, Ashley. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, a lot more coming. Promise. A lot more coming.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
You are sweet. Yeah. You guys are the best. Thank you for making collecting so much fun. Mischief Toys for... Oh, thank you, Funko Freak. By the way, check out Funko Freak. I think it's Funko Freak __ on Instagram. She has been killing it. Her and Deadpaul have been putting out all sorts of content, collaborating with all sorts of people, like Donald F.N. Lomax on Instagram. Go follow him, Donald F.N. Lomax on Instagram. Follow them. They've all been doing like live videos and all sorts of fun stuff. Just check it out. I mean, there's a Mischief Toys social media influencer sort of thing going on. And I really love to see it. I like to see people build. I think for me, it's helping other people, seeing them sort of take off and doing their thing. We just want to see collaboration and fun stuff and good stuff come out of this. That's what we want. Do you guys think you'll ever do a different style? Say the sideshow statues, action figure style, and so on. John Page, I haven't thought about that. But possibly. I don't like to close the door on anything. I think that the possibilities are endless. And I think with Mischief Toys, we can maybe grow into something entirely different, 5 years down the road. But right now, what we're doing and how we're doing it is fun. I want to grow on what we're doing, and maybe we'll open more doors as we continue down this path, for sure. Funko Freak and Deadpaul are beautiful souls. I completely agree. They're all really great people.
Yeah.
You're tapping my leg again. You good? Oh, sorry, you tapped me. Did you need something?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something. Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure there's no questions left. I think that's it. I think we hit every single question here. I'm going to start trying to save up for NYCC this year and hopefully get a ticket to next year. Yeah, so next year we're going to have Mischief Toys at New York Comic Con, and we're also going to do the event. I think that it's going to be well worth it to make sure that you attend both. We will have a ticketing system yet again. Now, this year's ticketing system, I can't promise anything, okay? But what I'm thinking is it's going to have a figure included that you can only get while at the event. So it'll be a higher ticket price. So be aware of that going in. When you're saving your money for New York Comic Con, make sure you save that extra cash for Mischief Toys event.
That is a goal, not a promise.
It's a goal, not a promise. But we want to get our own space. And in our own space, we'll put on our own song and dance. It'll be a hangout. We can sort of talk about upcoming Mischief Toys things as we normally do. But this time in not such a loud place. Because last year was horrendous. And I never want to have to do that again. Where we walk into something and it's like we are putting on a show in the middle of a concert.
Yeah.
Is what it was like.
We're the concert.
Right. So we want to put on an event in a place where it's quiet enough where we can tell you stuff and you guys can all hear it. Because I feel like a lot of people, they all look... when we were yelling and saying things, everybody looked confused.
Well, a lot of people had to tell other people what was going on. But it's late and I have to be up early.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you. We will be back here next Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. In addition to that, Patreon Zoom call is next Saturday, January 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Remember, we're going to turn it on at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's going to give you the opportunity to have sort of like a cocktail hour with all the other patrons, hang out, party down. And then at 9 p.m., we'll come on. We'll do giveaways. We'll talk about Mischief Toys. We're going to show you that Hot Topic figure. We're going to show you all the things. It's going to be a blast. Make sure you show up to the live if you're a patron at level 2, 3, and 4. And again, we're going to have a level 4 patron item that is very special and something you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you go and join patreon.com/Gastlecast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the love. We will see you very soon. Look out for our new video tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.